St. Louis is lucky to have Ken Page. He was born here, got his start in theater at the Muni, and after a very successful career in New York, has returned here. He's graced us with delightful performances at the Muni, with a one-man piece about his life, and with a charming play about a World War II veteran and his memories of Paris, Café Chanson. Now he and Max and Louie Productions have brought us Page's latest creation, Sublime Intimacy. I fear it does not add luster to his name. A remembrance of things past, it tells tales of old friends, mentors, and lovers from the 60s on past the millennium. Page says he wanted the play to be filled with unashamed flights of poetry, fantasy, and romance, and the narratives are, not always to their advantage. Page directed Sublime Intimacy, and I've rarely found it helpful for a writer to direct his or her own work. A second observer of the material can recognize what's not needed and trim away the excess. Now the language can be more pretentious than poetic. Page is fortunate to have J. Samuel Davis doing much of the narration as a character named Tim Pace, who appears to be very much like his creator. Davis is so alive that he could justify the old bromide about reading the phone book. The stories all have to do with a relationship with a dancer, and that dancer is played each time by Alfredo Sullivan. Sullivan is a very good dancer, and it's a pleasure to watch him move to the choreography of Cameron N. Saunders and David Marchant with his own improvisations. Unfortunately, you cannot see him move because the Actors Equity Association misread their own rules and denied us, for this production, our right to use video in our review. Music written and recorded by Henry Polkas accompanies the piece, with Eric Satie's Gymnopédies most noticeably added. Others who share their own stories and their relationship with Tim Pace and with a dancer include professors and priests from Pace's college days in St. Louis and lovers and fellow performers from his time in New York, Los Angeles, and Paris. Particularly important is a young artist in St. Louis who achieved a breakthrough in his work by painting a dancer at Washington University. And the paintings, quite beautifully done by Marjorie Williamson, are unveiled when cloth covers are pulled from them on Duncy Dye's set. We've been asked not to spoil the surprise by showing them to you now. Michael Cassidy Flynn plays the painter, Bethany Barr plays a drama teacher and actress, John Flack, who gets a moving story about a lover in L.A., and Reginald Pierre play priests and teachers and fellow performers. They sometimes narrate their stories of their past, and sometimes act them out in a virtual present that is, after all, the reason for theater. All the actors share Davis's level of excellence. Patrick Huber colored the lights evocatively, and Teresa Doggett designed the costumes. Much fine work is happening on Max and Louie's stage, but it needs a better text to support it.
We agree completely on this one.
Well, that's always good, isn't it?